What's up, YouTube? This is my C++ Minecraft clone. We'll start with a summary for people that are starting watching this series for the very first time. Then we'll decide what we're going to do in this stream. And at the end of the stream, we'll summarize what happened during this stream, which will be in about 3 hours. So let's start with a summary. This is my C++ Minecraft clone. I've made it with Raylib. This is the menu. It's a 360-degree panoramic view of the actual game. Here we have buttons that work. And the game starts this time in survival mode. Yo, what's up? Yeah, here it starts in survival mode, where we have this survival mode inventory. And from last time, you can notice when we pick up blocks, a lot of things happen now. When we pick up blocks, we hear this cool sound effect, chat. It has the different pitch, random pitch, when we pick up blocks. And also, if you can notice, we have the item count down here. We have item count here, and for now it's number 14. We have 14 grass blocks, and the number has shadow below it. Also, chat, this is something I am really hyped about. Look at, we can throw one block, but we can throw an entire stack with Control plus Q. Look at what happens then. This is when we throw an entire stack, and look at how it visualizes it duplicates the model. The only problem is the rotation is per model. It needs to happen for the entire thing. This is something we didn't manage to solve. It involves math, and I'm not good with math, so I left it like that. At least there's some kind of difference in terms of this one, because here it's obvious, it's just a single block. And here you know it's more than one block. Also, another thing we did in the previous stream is when we throw a block, we cannot immediately pick it up. It needs a second needs to pass before we can pick it up. Just so it's easy to throw it away and you don't by mistake pick it up. And another thing we did is when we break a block, we cannot pick it up immediately again. But here the timer is a lot shorter. It's 0.7 seconds. It's 0.7 seconds, so that it can drop on the ground no matter how close we are. Also, we can move them around here, and the item count continues to stay the same. Because before, when we moved them around, the item count would reset to 0. That was a big issue, but it's solved. And if we go in the creative inventory, look at how the creative inventory still works, even though we have an item count. We can still use the creative inventory. Make an end update. Bro, we already have an end update. What do you mean? Like, it's not finished, but no, this is the nether. This is the nether. We do have an end update. It's not finished, but and we have liquids. Here we have liquids. This is the water. This is the water. This is the lava. The lava spreads slower than the water. The lava spreads slower. And here, look at how the water prioritizes if there are holes. Yeah, we have water in nether, chat. Also, I can quickly show you guys the end. Yeah, now I've enabled the end dimension. can show you guys the end. So yeah, now we can do a summary for like new people. So this is the Minecraft clone. We have an end, we have a chat here. Hello. We have a chat. We have a working chat, and we can, what can we do? We can do, what was I going? Yeah, we need to call the creative mode command. So we can go in creative mode. And in here with this poppy flower, we can travel to the end dimension. And with this poppy flower, we can travel to the end dimension. Wait a minute. Maybe I did it wrong. Chat, don't look, chat. Maybe it's shy. When with this poppy flower, we can go to the end dimension. Bro, what's wrong, man? Did I break it? Yeah, the end dimension. We should have an end dimension. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, guys. We broke the teleportation. How can I put relief on Visual Studio? You need to be more specific. Like, you're asking me for a whole tutorial and we're focusing on progressing with the clone. Yeah, I'll show you the end dimension, chat. Now it should work. Yeah, now it works. Okay, now it works. Yeah, this is the end dimension, chat. Somebody was asking to implement the end dimension, and like we already have it, chat. We already have an end dimension. We just need dragon. We have enderman. We have the enderman, but they don't have animation. They cannot teleport, and they don't hit the player. And their rotation is like instant. We need to interpolate their rotation. Yeah, here we have the pillars. On top of the pillars, we don't have anything. Here we don't have anything. And yeah, we can go back to the overworld. Yeah, we can go back. And we got all of the endermen with us. We have, what else do we have? We have TNT. We have TNT, chat. And we have texture pack support. We have the nether. Anything else of importance? We have custom block outlines. And yeah, that's about it for the summary, chat. That's about it for the summary. So now we can move on to the second part of the stream, chat. Where we decide what we're going to focus on. So chat, I'll open up a notepad. Here we will make the decision on what we're going to focus on. I was thinking, chat, let me think about it. I was thinking of implementing tools and weapons. That was what I was thinking to implement. Because, and also block breaking animations. Because we have item pickup, we have survival inventory, we can pick up items, but we instantly break blocks. So it will be extremely useful if we can break blocks like in survival mode, chat. And to have tools and weapons. So to be able to craft pickaxe, to be able to craft a sword, to be able to interact with the mobs. Yeah, so here, mob interactions. So to be able to hit the mobs and the mobs to hit the player back. Animations is really important. And also we can look at from yesterday's suggestions. Yeah, okay, let's see which ideas are important. Animations, smooth mob rotations, this is useful. 3D noise nether maybe. Clouds, to improve the clouds, this will be useful. Saving and loading as well, and crafting recipes and item mesh generation is also useful. Item count, we already have it. Natural mob spawning, despawning. This is useful. Entity shadows below them. This will be easy. Support going to both dimensions. This should be easy as well. Block breaking animation. Hunger automatic to go down. Sure. Yeah, and these two. To hide the hearts and hunger in creative, and world generation loading screen. Yeah, these are the ideas, chat. And I'll wait for chat to think of maybe one more idea. And then we'll do a vote on what we're going to do, on what the goal will be. Minecraft font, that's not a priority. It's not a priority because the current font, the default Relief font, is good enough for now. We don't have the luxury of focusing on adding the Minecraft font. We can spend the time on much more important things. Mountains. Yo, what's up, Dimitri? What's up? Dimitri, you will maybe like if we do crafting recipes, because you were very hyped when we did the crafting table. Player animations. Crafting is important. Yeah, okay, let's just do a vote. Let's just do a vote, chat. Let me create a vote. Yeah, here, let's create a vote. OMG, is that crafting? Yeah, it's crafting. Yeah, let's create a vote, chat. Start a poll. What to do today, chat? And we'll do two options, chat. We'll do two options. From all of these, what would be cool, chat? Clouds. I still want 3D clouds, chat. 3D clouds. What would be the second option? Tools and weapons. Block breaking animation. Tools and weapons is higher priority. Crafting. For crafting, I would prefer first to do tools and weapons before crafting. Because, like, how are we going to craft a pickaxe when where a pickaxe doesn't exist? Like, it's we're early for crafting. 3D noise for Nether is less of a priority because, like, a player cannot even go to the Nether. Water physics, chat, not a priority. Not a priority. Item mesh if we do tools and weapons, we'll do item mesh generation as well. Yeah, okay, we start a poll, chat. We start a poll. Okay, now chat is deciding what we're going to do. 3D clouds or tools and weapons, chat? You decide. Entity animations, I'm not sure. Oh, okay, what's up? I'm not sure how to accomplish animations, chat. Like, I generally have no idea. And I don't want to waste the first hour of the stream struggling, trying to figure out how to do animations. But tools and weapons, there is a chance we can do it. There is one problem with tools and weapons is because we need to go over the pixel art of the tools and weapons. And we still don't know how to go through each pixel of an image. That's still something I have no idea how to accomplish. Okay, 1 minute has passed. Chat has decided. We will attempt to add tools and weapons. Okay, chat. Let's open up a notepad here. This is the goal. The goal for this stream is tools and weapons. And I need to ban somebody, sadly. Sadly, chat, sadly. Yo, what's up, Frost? Okay, the goal is tools and weapons. Where is it? Yeah, here. The goal is tools and weapons. Here we have done, what is done, and here we have to do, what we need to do. So, like always, let's open up Minecraft as reference. This is the my Minecraft clone. We currently just immediately break blocks. This is my current clone, and we have item pickup, we have item count. That's perfect. But the problem is, if we go in creative, the problem is here we don't have any tools and weapons. None. And so, let's open up Minecraft as a reference, like always, here. And I'll show you what exactly we're missing. So let's go in creative mode. And here we'll go here, combat. Yeah, this thing, chat. Look at all of these swords, all of these axes, armors. The bow. Let me think about it. How are we going to approach tools and weapons, chat? How are we going to approach them? Look, this is the problem with tools and weapons. F3+H. Advanced tooltips. Why would we need advanced tooltips? The problem with tools and weapons is they are not regular blocks. They are custom shapes generated through the... Do we have spamming? Yeah, we have spamming. Chat, the problem is that this is pixel art, chat. This weapon is pixel art. Yo, it's the frog from yesterday. The frog from yesterday. This is the cool frog. This is the cool frog from yesterday, chat. Okay, let's focus, chat. How are we going to implement the models, chat? Because we need a 3D model. Yo, did you saw the huge jump, man? It jumped almost as high as the tree. That's crazy. Let me lower the sound here, done. And let me show you my Java clone. Because in my Java clone, I solved that issue, chat. And I'll show you how I solved it in the Java clone. But we have an opportunity to attempt a better solution than what I have in the Java clone. I've automated the creation of tools and weapons in my old Java clone, but there's a chance we can improve it. There's a chance we can make it even better. Yeah, I'll show you guys once the Java clone loads. This is my Java clone chat. And here I'll add to myself some weapons. Yeah, here. This one, look at this sword. This sword is 3D. This egg is 3D, where you spawn zombies. And this egg is also 3D, where I spawn the skeleton. And this bow is also 3D, chat. The way I did it is I went through the pixel art, and for each pixel I created a little mesh cube. So like this bow, for example, is uses like let's say 50 cubes, like 50 3D cubes. It's actually extruded texture. But if we go in Blockbench, and here we can find the actual models in Asset Browser. we can open Java release and this one, load assets. And here item, models, item, and here we can find, for example, the axe. Let's say the axe, diamond axe. Here we have the diamond axe. It's a 3D model. We can export it and immediately use it. The problem is it will be a big hassle if we exported all of them manually. Because I would have to, for every item, I would have to go here, I would have to find it, and I would have to export it as a GOTF model in order to use it. I know chat is in subscribers mode. I'm doing an experiment because I think with subscribers mode, chat is much, when new people come, they overflow regular users. I want to prioritize regular viewers chat. I think a chat is a big part of the stream, and I feel like chat will be mostly focused on the regulars if it's subscribers mode. But this is an experiment. We'll see what will happen. But Twitch is not subscribers only mode. Twitch is not followers only. Twitch has no limits because usually there's not many people on Twitch. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Don't worry about it. So we have two options, chat. We have two options. So what's the goal? The goal is, where is it? Here. Tools and weapons. Yeah, here. Tools and weapons. This is the goal. Add tools and weapons. This is the goal. And let's even change the title of the stream. This is the goal. And let's create a 30-minute timer. The goal for this timer is that once the timer is over, we have to decide if we will continue the feature or switch to something else. Because sometimes we invest a whole hour and we don't progress at all. That's why we're doing the 30-minute timer. For the Java clone, I used LWJGL. What was it? Yeah, it was this LWJGL. It was this library. This is only OpenGL, and I don't recommend it because it's just OpenGL. I recommend Relib. Relib is on top of OpenGL. You can still use OpenGL because you can change the source code of Relib. So I recommend Relib. If I could go back in time, I would just use Relib. Okay, chat. Let's think about this, chat. Let's think about this. We need to create a to-do list, chat. We need a to-do list. We cannot progress without a to-do list, chat. We have a goal, we have a timer, we have a deadline, but we don't have a to-do list, chat. One option for a to-do is to generate that's how it's spelled, generate? I have no idea. To generate a 3D mesh from pixel art. This is the one option. Another option is to export models from block bench. This is the other option, chat. What else can we think of for the to-dos, chat? What else can we think of? Yo, chat, is Alex not here? Is Alex not here? Usually he's here. Bro, a stream without Alex is not a good stream, man. Where's Alex, man? Eh, come on, man. He's usually first, man. Okay, chat. We can lock in. We'll try our best without Alex. We'll try our best, chat. What about me and side mods? I'm seeing you. You're here. I've noticed you, bro. uh, let's think of what other to-dos we can do to generate 3D mesh. If we manage to generate a 3D mesh from pixel art, then we're done. Why don't you just build a pixel art? What do you mean? You mean this part? This to do? If this fails, we can just use the 3D mesh from Blockbench if it fails. Do we need anything else in order to have tools and weapons? Animations. To have animations, hit animations. We want hit animations, which we usually do with sine and cosine. We do animations with math functions. Do we need anything else? Maybe crafting. Should we attempt crafting? Maybe crafting. Do we need anything else? Maybe creative mode categories. Maybe creative mode categories. Anything else? For tools and web. Maybe to hit mobs. Mob hitting. Anything else? And block breaking animations and durability chat. That's very important. Durability. What else for a to do? Hiding hearts in creative. Yeah, but that doesn't progress. That doesn't add progress towards the goal of adding tools and weapons. Will it be difficult to generate 3D mesh from pixel art? The only difficulty with that is reading an image and going through all of the pixels, because I'm not sure how to do it in Relief, because there are different formats for each of the different images. Isn't the hit animation just the block breaking animation? We'll test it out. If it looks all right, we'll use it. If not, we will slightly change it. That's why I have it as a to-do. We need to check if it works properly. Durability, anything else, chat? Anything else? Yeah, this is enough to-dos, chat. This is enough to-dos. You can do item renderer like Minecraft, it's 2D to 3D, and you can put 2D texture instead of 3D models. 3D model option is good for mods. Here, chat, this is it. This is what you're saying. We already have it as a to-do. This is the first option. Can you lower the chat cooldown? Okay, since side mode is saying it, I'll lower it. I'll lower it. Now it should be 5 seconds. Are you German? Brother. I don't sound slightly German. You could hide hearts in creative. Yeah, we could, but that doesn't progress us towards the goal. Okay, chat, let's lock in. Let's lock in. From which option will we start? Let's attempt to generate a 3D mesh from pixel art. Let's attempt to do that. Yeah, let's attempt to do that, chat. Let's attempt to do that. Which pixel art are we going to test out in order to render on screen? Let's create our own pixel art temporarily. We'll create our own 16 by 16 pixel art just to test out. RGBA, transparent, sure. And What should we use as a test pixel art? Maybe just the white color. Why not? Just the white color. Yeah. And we'll export it. Where? We need to go in the resource folder, textures. Yeah, in textures. And here I'll call it just test PNG. Or like pixel art to model. Pixel art to model. PNG. Save. Export. Okay, so in-game, here, in-game. Oh, not here, chat. This is the Java clone. Here. In-game, I want in coordinate 0, 0, in 0, 0, 0 coordinates and the y101, let's say around here. Let's say around here, I want a 3D model from the pixel art chat. Here, I want a 3D model. 20 of something tomorrow. Don't send anything. Okay, chat. This is the first step in order to accomplish something like this. Let's first load the image. Let's first load the image, chat. It's something we can do. And we'll do it here on attach. Here is where we are going to do it. Here we'll do image, pixel art to model image. This will be load image, and it will be from the resources path, and it's in textures, and it's called, I don't see it here. Yeah, it's called, yeah, this thing. I don't want to open it. Brother. It's called pixel art to model PNG. That's the name. Can you help me with the... Okay, we have the image chat. We have the image. We need to go over the data of the image. So this image structure comes from Raylib. And let's look inside of it what it has. It has data, it has width, height, MIP maps, and format. Let's look at the format of the image. Let's look at the format. In order to look at the format, let's just do a breakpoint. And we'll inspect it. iPetsa from Twitch, what's up? Bro went to Twitch where there are no limits. Yeah. Here, I want to inspect the this. I want to inspect it in order to see what we have here. Let's go in debug mode. Go in debug mode. Why are you on both side mode? Let's inspect the image and see what format it is, because for different formats, you go through them differently. Why didn't it hit the breakpoint, chat? Yeah, here we have a breakpoint and we didn't hit it. Oh, because it's for the game layer. Damn. Yeah, let's put it in the main menu temporarily. Put it in the main menu. Yeah, we will go in the main menu here on attach. We'll do it here and we breakpoint here. So the format is 7. Bro, what does the format of 7 mean? Brother. Load image from memory. Get extension. What does the format mean? Oh, here this. Maybe. Yeah, here. Where is the 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this one. This is the 7. Yeah, this is 7. So this is pixel format uncompressed RAG8B8A8. Oh, so it's RGBA. So red, green, blue, and alpha. And each one of them is 8 bits maybe. Okay, let's copy this format because this is the format we will be targeting. This is the format we will target, chat. And so, as an example for how to iterate through an image, let's go to Raylib cheat sheet. And here they have functions for operating with images. Image to channel, I think. Image, channel. Channel, image from channel, here, this function. Image from channel. And inside of this function, we will look for this format. We'll look for this format. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. Uncompressed RGBA, and each one of them is an 8. And this is the pixel value. So from image data, we converted to unsigned character pointer from the image data, and the address is here some kind of an index plus selected channel, and we divide by 255. So this is how we are going to access it. And k, we iterated plus 4. Okay, so it should be very simple to iterate the values. It should be very simple, chat. Okay, this gives me hope, chat, that we can iterate through. Okay, so let me summarize. So the goal is we want, where is the goal? Here is the goal. We want to add tools and weapons. The problem is tools and weapons are not like regular blocks. They are custom meshes. And so my idea, and we just have the pixel art. And from pixel art, we want to have 3D mesh. And so my to-do, the first to-do I had is to generate a 3D mesh from pixel art. So the first thing we did is to figure out how to go through an image, each one of the pixels, how to go through them. And this is what we figured out. This is how we can go through the pixels. The image has a data field, which is just an array, and we'll go through it in this way. We'll go through it like this. We'll go over here. Yeah, maybe we can open it in block. Yeah, here. We'll go over in the pixel art. We'll go over each one of the pixels. Maybe from here is better to see. We'll go over each one of the pixels. For each one, I will create a regular cube. And I'll combine all of the little cubes into the 3D mesh. And for the coloring, I'll use the actual pixel color. And we should get something like this. We should get something like this. Minecraft does it differently, I'm certain of it, because I have looked at the mesh they generate and it's different. The mesh they generate is more optimized. My mesh will have a lot of vertices, which is a problem, but what can we do? We always start with the simple approach and we progressively make it better and more complicated and more optimized. We'll start with a naive approach. It's fine. The problem is when it becomes an item drop, because if you have like 100 access, pick access, and sorts on the ground, let's say you destroy a chest, you know how from when you destroy a chest, all of the items drop on the ground. And so we'll have lots of vertices and it will be very unoptimized. But we'll see. This is a future problem. Let's solve the current problems. We'll worry about that when it comes. What's up, Detective Jones? Okay, chat, let me sit and we'll actually start. We'll actually start, chat. Drink some water. Chat, Pekat, she is not invited here. She needs to be in the wild, not stuck in a room. She's an outdoor cat, chat. Okay, chat. This is the pixel art we're trying to convert into a 3D model. It's just this. It's just white pixels everywhere. But we can probably, like here, we can maybe do an outline to make it a bit more complex. Maybe we can do smiley face. Okay, this is the pixel art we will attempt to render in game as a 3D mesh. This is the pixel art, chat. Very, very original. Yeah, I was thinking maybe to have some transparent parts so that we can test, because the axe, for example, or the pickaxe, like most of the tools and weapons, have some empty parts to test out if they will be missed. But it's fine. Let's keep it simple. Let's have all of them, all of the pixels, to be filled with some kind of a color. Let's export it. Okay, and this is how we go through the image data. This is how we go through it. And what are the limits for selected channel? Okay, so the image has... So a valid number for a channel is 0, then 1, 2, and 3. Maybe 3 is the alpha. Maybe 3 is the alpha. Okay, let's go through the pixel art. Okay, let's go through the pixel art, chat. And let's go in release. And let's move all of this to the game layer, chat. Move it to the game layer. Here. Let's move it here. And we will be creating a model, chat. Here, we'll be creating a model. This will be pixel art model. This will be a pixel art model here. Here we will be generating it from the pixel art. It says when channel is greater than 3, setting to alpha. So alpha is anything greater than 3. We can look at it here, chat. Image from channel. And from channel. We'll play around with it. It's fine, chat. We'll play around with it. Yeah, this is the image. This is the image. We want to go through all of the values. Yeah, let's look at it again. Load image from channel. Let's test it out again here. How do they iterate? Yeah, a for loop. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's do this, chat. Let's do this. Let's do this, chat. Yeah, we'll do a for loop. like this. And this is the image. Let's actually let's have it here, be in this scope, chat. So here I can call it just image. Now move it here. And this pixel value should be here. Pixel value should be here. Anything else of importance? No, we don't need anything else. So here we want... Yo, Detective Jones, thank you, man. Thank you, 20 of something. What was your first language in project you ever made? Or no, is this the 20 of something you were talking about? Let me think about it, since Detective Jones is asking. First language and project you ever made? I've already mentioned it, actually. It's Python. The first project was Attack on Titan text game in the console. That was my first ever project. I may sometime share it with you guys to see my first project. So it was a Python Attack on Titan text-based game. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. So here we go over the pixels, and here we do pixel value equals this. Equals this, chat. And here, selected channel. We'll do... Wait a minute. Wait. Let's do it differently, chat. Let's do float. This is red. And selected channel is 0. Then we do blue, green, and alpha. And alpha. And this is 1, 2, and 3. Like that, chat. Okay, we should be going through the pixel art. We should be going through it. And let's say this is for this format of an image. So here we can do if image format equals this. If it equals this, that's when we do it. Like that, chat. Like that. Oh, there is one problem. Maybe some pixel arts are different format. Maybe some pixel arts don't have an alpha. But we'll leave it like this. We'll figure it out. That's a future problem. Are you planning to optimize this CPP clone? I'm planning at some point, when we are satisfied with all of the features we have, to do one big optimization run where we just focus on optimizing the game so that it's ready to, I don't know, to send to a YouTuber maybe to review it. Like we will have a big polishing arc, chat. This is our arc for adding as many features as we can. And at some point we will stop and just go all in polishing. And the cool part is, the polishing arc, once the game is in a good state, we could remove the Minecraft copyrighted stuff and try to brainstorm a fun game we can publish on Steam. Like that's what I'm thinking, chat. Like I want to have my own game, chat, but not right now. We're not ready for that. We're far, far away from that. We're still building Minecraft, chat. Did you use tutorial in the game? That doesn't make any sense. What do you mean? Like, you can see if you watch streams, you may be new viewer, but during streams, we don't look at any tutorials. We don't look at any articles because that's super boring. Like, it's much more fun to brainstorm your own Frankenstein solution. And when it works, the feeling is awesome. And after that, if you look at the tutorial, you soak in a lot much more information when you do an attempt on your own without looking for tutorials. Even the Primagen mentioned how he was stuck on a flight for like lots of hours where he didn't have any internet. And he said coding without the internet was very helpful for him. Like it was very cool for him. without coding, without any internet, without Google. Like that's so scary, man, to code without Google. You cannot search how to do a for loop or the switch syntax. Okay, chat, we are going through the pixel art. This is the pixel art that we want to visualize as a mesh. This is the pixel art. We are going through it, through each pixel. And what now? And what now, chat? We're going through the pixel art probably. Let's run it to see if there's any issues. Let's actually run it to see if it actually compiles. We should be going through all of the pixels. We should be. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, there is one big issue, chat. We forgot something. We forgot to increase this variable. Image from channel. Image from channel. We forgot here. This, chat. Forgot this part. Now it should work. Now it should work. Okay, let's see. Oh, it didn't crash. It didn't crash. Nice. That's very good. It didn't crash. Okay, now we are going through it. Now, for each one of the pixels, what are we going to do? Can't wait for Relic to add Vulkan support. Are they going to add Vulkan? If they add Vulkan, that would be legendary, man. Because I think Mac, like, they don't support OpenGL. No, Relic uses OpenGL, as far as I know. Chat, we are going through every pixel. I want for every pixel to create a little cube. I want a little cube for every pixel and to combine them. That's what I want. And how are we going to do that? How are we going to do that? Let me think about it. Can we use the same system we use for rendering blocks, chat? Is that an option, I'm thinking? Is that an option, chat? Is it an option? Chat? I'm a Minecraft Fabric modder, and I'm currently working on a custom GUI system. That's cool. I'm happy there's a Minecraft modder here. Like, they are developers here. I'm happy they are developers. Because we can more easily communicate when they are developers here. But even if a viewer is not a developer, it's fine. That's not that big of a deal. Let me think about it, chat. I think, because here is the problem. Here is the problem. We need, for each one of the pixels, to create a 3D cube. We need to create a 3D cube for each one of the pixels. And we need to combine all of them in a single mesh. We need them to be in a single mesh so we can use one draw call for the entire thing, for the entire model. But the problem is, it's very time consuming writing down the code for that. It's very time consuming. I think it's very time consuming. It will be very time consuming if we did culling. then it will be very time consuming. Because I think here we can, let's do it simple, chat. We can do generate mesh cube. We can generate a mesh cube and we can just copy the code from here and we'll do some changes. We will, this is what, these are the vertices of a cube. We'll go over these vertices and position it properly. That's what I'm thinking. For text coordinates, we want to use wait a minute. Does my texture atlas have the item, the tools and weapons textures? Let's launch the game from Raylib to look at the atlas, the texture atlas for all of the textures and see if we can find there the tools and weapons. And if we cannot find them, that's a big problem, I think. No, it's not that big of a problem, actually. It's not that big of a problem. We can use a separate image. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. But let's actually try to run the game from render doc. Load settings, documents, render doc, CPP release, launch. Invalid path. Okay, I'll just open it manually. Development, the game, out, build, release, game, launch. Okay, let's create a screenshot and let's see the atlas generated. What atlas is it? This is the atlas, chat. This is my texture atlas of the game. This is the texture atlas. Does anybody see tools and weapons here? Does anybody see tools and weapons? If not, that's a problem. If not, that's an issue. That's an issue, chat. Yeah, we don't have the items here. We don't have them here. It's a bit of a problem. Yeah, they're usually in a... Okay. Okay, so the text coordinates will be like this, chat. They're fine if they're... No. Actually, we don't want... we don't care about the textures. Like each little block will just use a white texture. And we'll just have a color overlay for each one of the blocks. Yeah, that's what we want. That's what we want, chat. Yeah, okay, so it's fine. Yeah. Okay, chat. Okay, so these are the vertices, these are the texture coordinates, these are the normals. These are the normals. And let's copy this maybe. Yeah, let's copy this. Mesh. Here. Here we create a mesh here. Here we create a mesh. Here we create a mesh, and here we generate the cube. Here we generate the little cube. Can we, I'm still thinking about it, can we reuse our current system for rendering blocks? Can I reuse my current system? Because here, this is annoying. Having to deal with all of this. This is very annoying. Can I reuse my current system for managing blocks? And here we have another problem. The timer is over. I have to decide if it's worth continuing or not implementing this. Well, we had one progression where we managed to read from an image. This was the thing I was the most worried about, and we managed to solve it. We can read through an image each one of the individual pixels. Like that's not a problem. But the next problem is generating the little cubes. That's the next problem. If we manage to solve that, we're done. So I need to decide if we continue or not, because the timer is over. Will we be stuck or not? Let's give it 30 more minutes, just in case. 30 more minutes. I'm not sure if we will get stuck or not. Let's give it 30 more minutes, because we did have progression. Uh, 4K subs on YouTube, congrats, thank you, man. We were pretty close to 4K, so I assume we've hit it. This is the second channel, guys. We're closing in on the main channel. Like, main channel is like 7K. So we're pretty close going past the main channel. Let me think about it. Cube mesh template. I think we can. Do you check for end of file? We don't need to, because Raylip is managing the image. We don't need to do that, I think. Chat, let's temporarily delete this. Temporarily. We don't need it. We don't need it. I have a different idea. This should be much better. Here we'll create a mesh context. We'll create mesh context. Can we do it like this? No. Where have we used it before? Where have we used it? Generate mesh. No, not this chat. Block CPP, not here. Cube mesh pool, GUI. Yeah, you could say it's this. Yeah, this is how we usually generate mesh for one block, but I want to do it slightly different, chat. I want this to be slightly different. This is how we usually do it. I'll leave it as reference here, temporarily as reference. Yeah, just so we have something to look at. I would never do a translation layer for multiple backends, because even the journal is not doing it. Even the journal gave up on handling multiple backends. He made a video where he mentioned he uses a library that handles support for all of the backends. I think it's from NVIDIA. NVIDIA multiple backends API GitHub. Yeah, maybe this. Was it this? No, not this. Yeah, it was something of NVIDIA that handles multiple backends. Let me think about it, chat. So I want to reuse this mesh context. This mesh context just keeps track of all of the positions, normals, UVs, colors, and indices. What's this? Append? Oh, this is adding another mesh context. Clear has vertices, generate mesh. What's generate mesh? Yeah, generate mesh is simple function. And here we want to create Let me let me think about it, chat. Let's go to how we create a simple block, chat. Yeah, let's go to the cube mesh pool here. We initialize, we load block model. What's this? No, we don't care about this. Get access, get template. We don't care about this. Generate. It goes through all of the... Oh. Yeah, there's a problem. Because I have a limit for the amount of templates, chat. For the amount of blocks I can have in my system. I'm trying to reuse my system for generating blocks that I'm using for like automatically generating all of the different blocks. I want to reuse it for generating blocks for the pixel art. The problem is I've set a limit, I think, to how many blocks I can have in a single model. Oh, the limit is 30. Oh. Actually, 30 is too little. It should be 16 by 16. So 256. Will it still run if it's 256? Let's test it out. If 256 is not that big of a deal, it's fine. Let's see if everything is proper. Okay, still running. What about the RAM usage? How's the RAM? The RAM... 800 megabytes is fine. RAM is fine. Okay. Okay. This is very good. Yeah. This is very good. The problem is this will not support high resolution texture pack, this method. I've set a limit of 16 blocks for the tools and weapons, like 16 by 16. This is the only problem. We will not have like high resolution support. Add ambient occlusion to leaves. It's been years. It's not a priority, man. What can I say? It's not a priority. I'm a single developer, chat. Like if we do the leaves ambient occlusion, then it will be the next thing, then the other thing, and we'll not be able to finish anything. Let me think about it, chat. Let me think about it. Actually, we don't need mesh context, I think, right? Probably. How can I do it, chat? Here, okay, this is my system for generating the blocks. I have two classes, chat, and they're static, singletons. I have two classes, a pool and workers. And we have a limit of having like 256 workers for a single model. And so we can easily generate what we need. And how do we set it up? Oh, I think very simple, actually. Very simple. Yeah, here, this thing. Should be very simple. Yeah, here we get the current template. We set up all of this. Rotations we don't care about. Okay. We are copying over this part, chat. We are copying. We may even write the code here, chat. We may even write it here. Yeah, let's create a function here. Yeah, I think we can do it here, chat. Static void load. How should we call the function? We are trying to convert pixel art to 3D model. That's what the function is going to do. This is for loading. Yeah, let's call it load, chat. Let's call it load. Load model from pixel art. And here we'll have the path to it. This will be the path to it, chat. Yeah, we'll have the function be here. It will be much easier if it's here. And we'll just copy over all of this code. We'll copy over the code. And we'll have it be here, chat. This will be it. So what now? Now we will copy over this part, chat. We'll copy over this part. We'll copy it over here, I think. Yeah, here. Yeah, it should be here, chat. How long have you been coding? Have no idea. Add normal map to blocks. What do you mean? Yeah, this is it. But much more simpler, chat. Okay, we need to get the current template from and to. This will be from 0 to 16 or from 0 to 1 actually, because it's a single pixel. Yeah, let's do from 0 to 1. Yeah, 0 to 1. 0 to 1. Rotations. Rotations, we don't want rotations. We don't want rotations. We don't care about rotations. This is, let me think about it. This is for textures. In here setting to set lighting. What does this lighting do? North color. Do we need this, chat? Do we need this? Where is this used? Add color. Add color. No, we'll set the color ourselves, chat. Ourselves. Yeah. Okay. Here we'll do set colors. Let's create a custom function here, set color. Set colors, and here floats, RGB, maybe, RGB alpha. We'll do it like this, chat. It will be the same. Yeah, we are, the texture will be a white texture, but the colors will be custom from the pixel art. They will be from the pixel art. Like this, chat. Yeah. Okay, let's set the colors. Okay, for the colors, you mesh pool, get template, set colors. We'll set them to be the red RGB. Oh, RGB. Why didn't nobody tell me about this? Red, green, blue. I messed up the order. Red, green, blue, and alpha. And alpha, chat. Okay, the colors are set for each one of the cubes. Colors are set. Do we need anything else? What does this do, chat? What does this do? Ah, this is for culling faces. Should we cull faces? Should we cull faces, chat? For generating the 3D mesh. Here. How would we even do that? How would we do that? I would need to set it up myself. Like I will need for each pixel to look at the neighbors if I decide to do something like that. And it's only for the X and Z axis, not for the Y. No, it's for the X and Y. Yeah, probably. Do I need to do culling, chat? For each one of the blocks. Do we do culling? We would like culling. It would be cool if we have culling. But I will need to set it up. I could have a Boolean array of all of the pixels if they're there or not. That's something I could do if they're there or not in order to do culling. The two sides will be always visible, chat. The two sides will always be visible. If we open the here, chat, here, this side and this side will always be visible for each one of the cubes. It's just the ones on the edge. Those ones will not have culling. Those ones will not have culling. It's only those ones. So actually, so it's a 2D array. It's a 2D array. Do we only look at the alpha or what do we need to look for, chat? Let me open the Minecraft resource pack. Where did I put it? Where did I put it, chat? It's in backup. Will delete vanilla assets Minecraft. Here, chat. Textures and in item. And here let's look for the axe. Diamond axe. This is it, chat. The diamond axe. Let's set the color mode, RGB color, and here let's see what the color is. What's the color? What about this one? Yeah, so alpha is 0. Yeah, we can just look at the alpha. I got this live on my recommendations. Very cool to see. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so we just need to look at the alpha channel, chat. And how are we going to find the neighbors, chat? Like, let's say we are, where is the chat? Here, let's say we're at, let's keep it simple. Let's cull, yeah, let's do this, chat. Temporarily, let's cull these sides, chat, these sides. And always to render this one and this side. We will always cull all of these neighbors, which is probably on the, so this is north, south, east, west. Okay, we will cut out the top and bottom. We'll cut out all of the top and bottoms and all of the east and west. We will leave only the north and south. We will leave only the north and south. That's what we are going to leave. Temporarily. That's what I'm planning of doing. But how do we set up the culling? Because I remember the culling was a single integer. We packed the data into an integer. Cull sites. How did we use it, chat? Well, we can look in subchunk, cull sites. Curl faces. Okay, curl faces. Yeah, curl top, curl north, curl south, curl east, curl west. Okay. We'll do it. Curl faces. We'll have it be curl top. We'll have curl bottom. We'll have curl east, and we'll curl west. We will leave out the north and the south. That's what we're going to leave out. So here, what do we do? Here for each of the curl bottom. What's this? Here, curl sides. Oh, let me think about it. That. Yeah, this part sets up all of the faces of a cube. Yeah, here we set up the bottom, the top, the north, but it's overly complicated. We don't want it to be like this. We want to simplify it. Yeah, here we don't want the east and west. We don't want the east and west. And we don't want the top and bottom. And let's remove the switch. Let's remove the switch. Let's remove the switch. Let's just simplify it. And we don't want the for loop, chat. We don't want the for loop as well, but let's clean it up even more. We don't care about having a tint index. We don't care about this. Rotation. It should be 0 by default. We don't care about having rotation. What's this, chat? Curl mask. What's the curl mask? What's this? Let me go to the handling the templates chat. What's this? Yeah, where is the code when we generate one single cube? Yeah, this is the code. This is the code. Oh, curl mask. Yeah, we start from the top. And if it's not curled, we render it. Yeah. Okay, we need to set this up for sure. We need to set it up. Yeah, we need to set it up. Here, we don't want this to be curled. What's the default, chat? Is by default everything curled? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. The reason I'm struggling is because this system, like I've set it up once and like forgotten about it. And that's why we're having a problem. But it shouldn't be that complicated. We just need to play around with it. For here, let's just give it a curl north. Let's just give it a curl north. And here, let's give it a curl south. Yeah. here, call mask, it's an integer, and I get it from this array. Where is this array from? Oh, it's from here. Oh, okay. Okay, sure. Oh, yeah, it's just setting up the flag. Yeah, we just set up the flag. And we compare it with what neighbors they are. And that's how we get the culling. Okay, we don't need it. We don't need it. We just remove it. We are keeping it simple, chat. We're keeping it simple. So here, let's remove this. Let's remove the for loop. This for loop was going through each one of the faces, which we don't want to do here. Because this code, I was running it for the JSON files. Because in Minecraft, each block is just a JSON file. And the JSON file describes each one of the faces, how they look like. And so the for loop here was going through all of the faces. And we don't care about that right now. And here, this is for the texture. For the, the texture. Does my system support using a different texture from the atlas? That's what I'm wondering. Yeah, when we set up the texture coordinates, where do we set them up? Yeah, it should be here. Should be here, chat. No, chat, I think we have a visitor. We have a visitor, chat. Chat, let's look at the timer. Let's look at the timer, chat. We have 2 minutes, chat. Chat, we have to decide, do we continue or switch to a different feature? We need to decide. We need to decide, chat. We gave ourselves 30 minutes, chat. We gave ourselves 30 minutes to solve this issue, chat. And we didn't manage to solve it in 30 minutes. Should we continue or not? Should we continue, chat? Let me think about it, chat. Should we continue or not? Let's give it one last push, chat. And let's not try to overly complicate. We need progress, chat. We need progress. Yeah, we'll give it one last push and let's speed run it. The simplest way we can do it, chat. Let's speed run it the simplest way we can. Here. Let me think about it. Okay, here. We don't care about textures. What's this texture ID? Oh, texture coordinates. Texture coordinates. Texture coordinates. Texture coordinates. Let's just do 0, 0, chat. 0, 0. Let's just do 0, 0. Here, for handling textures, let's remove this. Yeah, let's remove all of this. This should be a chat. Rotation, we don't care about rotation. We don't care about rotation. Curl mask, UV origin, North UV. North UV. Let's just set this to be, what's this chat? 0, 0, 16, 16. Let's have it be 0, 0, 16, 16. 0, 0, 16, 16. Okay. Okay, and what now? In here, next template. In here, next template, chat. And what now? What now, chat? I want to test it, but before we test it, if it works, what else do we need to do? We need to clear everything, chat, in some way. How can we do a clear? How can we do a clear? How can we do a clear, chat? Let's go to how we use it in the subchunk generation. I need to see how we clear it. It's when we generate the model. Yeah, generate model. Do we clear it in some way? To draw face. Yeah, this we don't care about this. Yeah, generate mesh. Here. Generate mesh. Generate. Oh, it's the generate function probably. Yeah, it's the generate. Yeah, oh, it happens here. Happens here. Yeah, it should be here. Yeah, should be here after we generate. Yeah, it should be fine. Should be fine. Okay, we should be generating a 3D model, chat. Yeah, we should be generating a 3D model. Yeah, here. Okay, we're reading the image. We're reading the image. And we want, what do we want, chat? After we fill up the templates here, we want to generate. We want to generate. Here we want to give it curl faces. Here, curl faces. Oh. Curl faces is for, yeah, this gives neighbors for, this will be used incorrectly, chat. The curl faces variable, this will be used incorrectly. Yeah, because it thinks all of the blocks are one block, one big block. That's a problem. That's a problem. So let's have some kind of defaults. What would be the default, chat, here for this field? What would be some kind of a default? let's not call anything, chat. Yeah, bro, obviously. Let's keep it simple. Let's not call anything. Let's not call anything, because here, for generating this 3D model for this, let's not call anything. Because we generate for each one of the pixels a 3D cube. And each cube has lots of vertices. And I wanted to optimize it to render only what's visible, just like I do for the terrain. But bro, that doesn't matter at all right now. Let's render something. Because that's the reason why our timer is over and we don't have progress. It was because I was trying to optimize it too early on. That's the problem. Yeah, I don't care about optimization right now. Okay, we do curl faces and this. If it equals 0, so to not curl anything, let's have it be curl north, curl south. I want to test it out like this, chat. Okay, let's ignore this. Ambient occlusion neighbors, let's have it be 0. I don't care about that. Local block position, bro, this is also a problem. Damn. Local, we don't have something like a local block position, chat. We don't have something like that. Yeah, it's damn. Where is this used, chat? Where is this used? Maybe we'll give it some kind of a default of 0, 0, 0. Where is this used? Oh, it's here. We added to the position. For each one of the positions, we just added here. Okay, we'll just have it be 0, 0, 0. Oh, by mistake I run this. Yo, thank you for the raid, man. Thank you. Okay, we'll do a summary for the raiders. Basically, the summary is like I'm making a Minecraft clone. This is the original Minecraft. We are using it as a reference. And here we're currently coding Minecraft in C++ and Raylib. Let's see if this will execute so that I can show you the project. Yeah, here is the project. This is the C++ project. We can destroy blocks. We can pick them up. There is sound once we pick them up. Here we have inventory, and we have item count in the inventory, and we can pick and move them. We can also drop them. We can drop all of them, and look at how the stack is different if we just throw one item. If we throw one dirt block and throw a stack is different than a single block. And so currently we are focusing on adding tools and weapons. Tools and weapons where the problem is with adding tools and weapons is that the tools and weapons are pixel art. And so we need to generate a 3D mesh from the pixel art. And so currently I'm writing code that goes through all of the pixels. And for each one of the pixels, it creates a little cube. And we will use a white texture and we'll just set the color for each one of the vertices. And for the color, we'll use the color from the pixel art itself. That's my logic. And for generating each one of the cubes, I'm trying to reuse my system for generating the terrain. Because in the terrain, all of the models, even the model for the anvil, just renders cubes. Here they are just with a different size. So I have a really good system for generating cubes. And I was thinking, can't I just reuse the terrain generation system to generate a 3D mesh for this pixel art? That's what I was thinking. And that's what I'm currently trying to do. We're pretty close at having code that we can test out. We're pretty close at having code that we can test out. So that's currently the situation we're in. If the code works, we will have tools and weapons. That's pretty much the situation. The problem is it's mostly just coding. So I don't know how much chat will like just me coding. And not only is just coding, but it's me playing with my previous systems, which chat has no idea the implementation of my systems. So it's very hard for chat to relate and to have an idea of what's happening. But that's an issue when for streamers that just have a one big project instead of doing something different every time. Isn't rendering the axe the same as adding item rendering? What do you mean by item rendering? Chat. Yeah, okay, let's try to generate the mesh here. For color overlay. Color overlay, we don't want color overlay. It will just be once. 2D pixel art, 3D mesh, that's what we're doing. Isn't rendering the axe the same as adding item? Yeah, we're adding item rendering. We're adding item rendering. Okay, we should have generated the mesh here, chat. We should have generated it. Right? Yeah. Wait, what happened here? Why was Java trying to execute? Oh, update for Java. Bro. Here, where is the mesh generated, chat? Where is the mesh generated? Oh, here, with this. And with this. Sure. Okay, how can we extract the data from here, chat? How can we extract it? Let's look at how I do it here. Generate mesh, sure. And I give it here. Mesh. Mesh context. Yeah, this context. What's this? Yeah, context. Mesh context. Upload mesh, generate mesh, etc. Chat, I'm confused. I'm confused because here we have a mesh context object. This mesh context handles all of the vertices, normals, etc. It stores all of the data. And oh, it's used here, chat. It's used here. Yeah. It's used here. This is where it's used. And this is for the block itself. Okay. Okay, for the block itself, yeah, we generate, sure, and get data. Get data, and it has the mesh context here. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I figured it. Yeah, okay, it's simple. Okay. It should be very simple, chat. Yeah. Okay. Okay, should be very simple. Yeah, let's go here. Yeah, here. Okay. Here. This is it. This is the mesh this is all of the data. And here we can do mesh equals here this generate mesh. Done. Okay, we should have a mesh generated. And now let's load the model. Let's load the model here. Oh, we need to upload it. Yeah, here we need to upload it. Like this. Or maybe to return the model. Yeah, maybe just to return the model. Yeah, here. Model. Let's just return a model. Okay, this should be a chat. Finally we have code we can test. Finally, man. model like this. Okay, and we return the model. We return the model. Where is this? Yeah, it's here. Here we return just zeros. Return just zeros. Okay, that's it, chat. That's it. We should have a model. Let's test it out. Oh no, the positioning, chat. Oh, wait a minute. What are we going to do for the position? Damn, I didn't think about that. Yeah, for the positioning, we need to use this here. That's what we need to use. But this, the only issue is this will lock us into a 16 by 16. Yeah, here we'll do this, chat. If alpha is greater than 0, that's when we want to create a cube. That's when we want a cube. And for the positioning. For the positioning, how are we going to calculate the current x and y? The x and y should be between 0 and 16, something like that. How do we calculate it? How do we calculate it, chat? Let's do an attempt, maybe. Image. Let's look at some kind of an image function. Image from image, maybe. Let's see this. Oh, so it's first the y and then the x. Okay, it's y. Okay. So maybe it's okay. So we have an ID here. Here, I want to calculate a y, and I want to calculate an x coordinate. That's what I want. Oh, wait a minute. We can just do a double for loop. We can just do a double for loop, chat. We can do for int y equals 0, y less than image height, y plus plus, and then we do x, and here width, and here x, like this, chat. Like this. And what else? And here I can do here I can do k equals 0, just so we can have that. And here we'll copy this and we'll move it here. We'll move it here. What's this? What's this? This is the for loop. Sure. Is it properly aligned? Yeah, so this is not aligned. What's this? Oh, this is the if else. Oh, okay. We need to push it up like that. We need to push it up. Okay, so here for the positioning, we need to change the from and to. How do we position them, chat? When looking through the image, how do we position it? It should be like this, chat. Like this. The y, we need to change the y and the x-axis. The y and the x we need to change. We need to change the y and x. Yeah, here. So here the x and the y. We'll ignore the z. So here we'll do x and here x plus 1, and here y plus 1, and here we'll set them to be float. But here is an issue. Damn. Okay, just leave them as an integer. And here I'll have them converted to a float. Like that, chat. Okay, let's test it out. Let's see if we have a model generated, but it's for this sprite, chat. For this one, the smiley face. Let's test it out, chat. How are we going to test it? Well, in the game layer, we have this pixel art model. On attachment of the game layer, what are we going to do? We are going to do pixel art model will equal the cube mesh pool load model from pixel art. And here we need to give it coordinates. It will be these coordinates, and here it will be the path. Like that. Oh, we need to unload the image once we are done with it. So we need to do here image, unload image. We need to unload it. How are we going to do animations? Do they have animations, chat? Tools and like weapons and tools, do they have animations? Like not moving them, but them themselves to animate. Like the pixel art itself. Is there a situation like that, chat? Trident? No. This thing, and crystal? No. No. Sometimes. When mining. That's animation when mining. We can do it with sine and cosine. Compass. Oh, you're right. Compass. The compass. Compass. And the clock. Oh, chat. This chat is very simple. It has multiple images, multiple pixel art images. So we just generate a model for all of them. Like the logic is the same still. The logic is still the same. And since it's generated through code, we have it by default. We don't need to... Here my bot wants to ask you a question. Chat, my bot is asking a question. Subscribers only chat. Is it good or bad move? Do we prioritize regulars, or is it bad we limit new viewers? You decide, chat. And if chat votes to remove it, I'll remove it. Okay, chat. We have written the code to generate a 3D mesh for this pixel art. Let's test it out. Yes, gatekeep. Gatekeep, brother. Yeah, okay, here we have the model. Pixel art model. Let's actually render it, chat. Let's render it. To render it, we need to go on render here, somewhere here, and 3D mode. Begin mode 3D. Oh, this is UI. I want it to be here. So yeah, begin mode 3D, player camera. And let's render it. World draw, draw rain, player draw. Okay, let's draw it where the player is. Here, let's draw if is model valid. If a model is valid, the pixel art model, if it's valid, we'll draw model. We'll draw the pixel art model at position 0, 1020. Scale will be 1 and no color overlay. There is one problem. It will be using the wrong texture. We want a white texture, chat. Yeah, we forgot to change that. We need a proper texture, chat. Actually, here, load. No, chat. It should be like this. Generate material. I want a default material. What's the name? Load material default. Yeah, here. Here is where they created a white texture. Here is where they did it. Here is where they did something like that. Map diffuse texture. Yeah, it should be this. Yeah. This is what I want. 1 by 1 pixel white texture. This is what I want. Load model from mesh. Oh, it does it by default. Okay, my bad, chat. We don't need to change anything. Just the shader. We just change the shader. Yeah, that should be it actually. Okay. For drawing it, where do we draw it? Here we. Okay. Let's test it. Okay, let's see what happens, chat. We wrote code for 2 hours. Bro, for 2 hours we just wrote code without seeing anything on the screen. And bro, and why did everything close? We just wrote code for 2 hours, chat. And now we can finally test it. Does it crash? It doesn't crash. Where are we? We're at 0, 0. We are at 0, 0. Does anybody see? What are the coordinates? 102. Somewhere here it should be. Should be somewhere here, chat. One. Are we drawing it? Yeah, we're drawing it. And the model itself has one mesh, perfect. And it has material, perfect. Okay, let's see it in render doc, the actual mesh. Because we're not seeing it in game, let's see in render doc what kind of monstrosity we're dealing with. Let's look it in render doc. Start game. We'll drop to the ground. We'll destroy here. Just in case. And let's do a screenshot. Let's just pick up all of the items. Okay. Wait, is it lagging? It's fine. Let's do a screenshot. Okay, I created a screenshot. Let's close the game. Now, now let's look at the output. This is the output. Oh, I've rotated. Okay, it's like this, chat. Okay. Now, how can we find it? Wireframe, highlight draw call. Where is it? This is still the terrain, I think. I think we draw it after. Do we draw it after the terrain or before the terrain? Where this is, we draw it after the player, but where is that? Draw rain, we don't care about the rain. World draw, we don't care about that. Particles, I don't care about the particle. Get subchunks. Okay, okay. So it's after we draw these subchunks, but before we draw the transparent subchunks. Interesting. So it's after most of the chunks. It's after most of the chunks. Chat. Bro, you must be a new viewer. Raylip is not something new. We've used Raylip before. Let's look at this mesh. What's this? This is just simple quad. We don't care about that. This is empty. Maybe it's this. Oh, can we do in Raylip debug, chat? Yeah, can we do in Raylip? Like in render doc. Yeah, the render doc. Yeah. I was talking about the render doc is not new, chat. We've used render doc before. But can we, here on the left, can we have debug messages? Render doc add debug messages. Like not messages, but I want to signal that this is the draw call we are searching for. But it's not visible. Here, I want, like, the problem, we are searching for a specific draw call. We are searching for a specific draw call, and the problem is, here they're just geo draw elements. We cannot recognize it just by this. Yeah, this is still the terrain. This is still the terrain. So it must be this probably. Bookmark. Yeah. Render doc create bookmark through code. Damn. Okay, I have another idea. I'll move it even more down. I'll have it be the last draw call. And mode 3D. It will be the last draw call. It will be the last one. And let's compile it. It will be the last draw call. Let's run it. Okay, still running. That's good. It's still running. Obviously, it's not rendering because it should be somewhere here on 00102. And it's not rendering, so let's open it back up in render doc. Start game. Let's make a screenshot. Let's close it. Okay, it should be the last draw call. Should be the last one here. Should be this thing. Highlight draw call. Oh, this is the UI. This is the UI. I don't care about the UI. It should be before the UI. Yes. What's this? Mesh viewer. Is it this, chat? Is it this? I doubt it. Oh, this is the block outline. So maybe it's this, chat. Okay, so most likely it's 0 vertices. Most likely 0 vertices. Most likely 0 vertices. So probably we're killing everything. Probably. We are probably killing everything. Yeah, that's most likely the issue. If that's the issue, it should be simple. If that's the issue, it should be simple. Where is it? Here, curl faces. The position is wrong. The position cannot be wrong when there is no vertices. There are no vertices, so there is no position. Most likely everything is culling. Yeah, here, because we are probably culling everything. Here, generate curl faces here. Yeah, here we go over all of the faces. Curl mask if it's not -1. Sure. And if we do here a bitwise AND with this, if this is all just zeros, this will not run. Sure. So it should be just ones if we don't want to call anything. And here this, sure, okay, this should be fine, right? I think we can test it out even. Yeah, I think we can test it out with a breakpoint. Yeah, let's do a breakpoint. Where do we need to put the first breakpoint? Here. Needs to be here. Let's run a chat. Nice. And here, I want to see what happens here. What happens here, chat? Okay, let's run it through. Yeah, we skip this. We skip the bottom. We skip north. We skip north. Oh, okay, so that's the issue. So that's the issue. We are killing everything. Kill mask is -1. Yeah, that's the issue. And here, bottom is -1. North is 8. This should run, chat. This should actually run. 8 and 63. What's the name of the like one number system is binary? What was the other called? Decimal. Decimal to binary. I want to check 63. Okay. And I want to check 8. 8. So this is 3 zeros and then 1. And here it's 1, 2, 3. And then, yeah, here. Okay. And so this should return. Oh, it will return. Yeah. Okay, so curl faces needs to be 0. But then it will render everything. Yeah. Okay. I get what the problem is. Damn. Yeah, I get what the problem is. Okay. I have an idea how to fix this. I have an idea. Let's go back, chat. Let's go back more. Yeah, here. Here, when we set the curl mask, I want it to be 0. This will automatically work. Yeah, yeah. Let's. We don't want breakpoints, chat. We don't want breakpoints. Where's the game? Here is the game. Yo, I think I see something, chat. Yo, chat. The smiley face, but it's upside down. Bro, finally. Finally. We have an upside down face. Finally. Is this pixel art, chat? Is this pixel art? Yo. But we want it to be 3D. We want it to be 3D. It's 3D, but we need spacing. We need spacing. I just need to do a few adjustments. We need just a few adjustments. Okay, let's flip the face. Let's flip the face. Yeah, this is north and south. Yeah, let's flip the face, chat. To flip it, yeah, here the positioning. Positioning, damn. Are we going to do it, the positioning? We need to invert it, the coordinate. Right? Here it needs to be let's do 16 minus y. 16 minus y. Yeah, let's test it like that. And let's switch it to the axe itself. I want to test out the axe. Okay, we flipped it, chat. We flipped it, and look at how there is distance. But we are culling here all of the sides. We want to not have them be culled. We don't want them to be culled, the sides. So it's actually 3D. I'm just culling too much, chat. We're culling too much, but let's change the texture. I want a different texture. Let's do the axe. I want to see the axe. Let's do here items. Let's create a. Let's just copy over. Copy over. Copy over the whole folder. And don't tell Mojang. Item. Item. And I'll put it in the git ignore probably. Git ignore. Item. Here the. Where was it, chat? Pixel. Yeah, here. Let's change it be the item and the diamond axe. Let's do the diamond axe. Axe. Yeah, let's do diamond axe. Let's do diamond axe. Yo. Oh, yes. Okay, chat. Oh, I'm so glad we did this, chat. I'm so glad we did it. Okay, so now let's make it, let's not call the sides. We're just, the only sides we're rendering is north and south. It's only the north and south. But we need to leave out the east and west. I want the east and west as well. Let's have the east and west here. East, east, and west. This should be it. The problem is it will not be optimized. I want to have some kind of culling. I need some kind of culling. Bro. Oh, top and bottom. Yeah, we're missing top and bottom. Okay, we need top and bottom as well. We need top and bottom as well. But top, and bottom. Let's run it. A stack of 10 axes. Look at this, chat. It's 3D. It's too much 3D. Yeah, this is a new thumbnail. That's a new thumbnail, chat. Finally, progress, chat. Finally. And let's make it not be this much, chat. Let's make it be smaller. Have it be smaller. Okay, chat, perfect. 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 Let me change the thumbnail again, but this time it's better. Let me change it. Nice, chat, nice. Finally. Oh, my beloved axe. My beloved axe. And here, look at this, chat. This is one problem currently. Look at how we can see all of the individual cubes. We can see all of the individual cubes. That's a bit of an issue. So we need culling, chat. We need culling. So for each one of the cubes, we need to know for all of the neighbors if the neighbor is visible or not. If it's a yeah, we need to look at all of the neighbors. Once we do that, it will be perfect, chat. So chat, where's the notepad? The only, yeah, this is done, chat. This is done. Generate 3D mesh from pixel art. Finally, we did something. It took us 2 hours, but we finally accomplished one of the to-dos. This is a problem because this means the goal wasn't correct. The actual goal was item mesh generation. This is the realistic goal. This was our intention. This was the reality. Item mesh generation. So let's actually change the stream title. Item mesh generation. We need to be realistic here, chat. So here for this is important to update the goal to be realistic. This is important because now we can do much better to-dos. As a to-do, have culling for all of the blocks. Have culling and load all of the pixel arts on game startup to prepare them and easily just get the mesh itself. So we can reuse the mesh. Render pixel art mesh into the hand. Yeah. Then animations, etc. Item drop a pixel art mesh. This is also important. But let's commit this. Let's commit this. Where will we commit it? Where is the GitHub? Here. Yeah. Okay, so this is the next one, to have culling for all of the little blocks. That's the next one. Yeah, and this is the result we have. That's the result we have, chat. Back face culling. Is that how it's called? Oh, brother, let me stand up, man. Let me stand up. This is so annoying to have to always set it up, man. Boss to the brother. The boss is the chat, I'm not the boss. Kind of. No, the actual boss is YouTube, because YouTube can just nuke my channel and I'm gone. The other boss is Twitch, and the third boss is Mojang or Microsoft, because Microsoft can, I don't know. Let's not overly think about it. Somebody managed to write 2 messages, but now he's gone. I think I'll also invest in a standing desk. Yeah, it's for me it's worth it, chat, because like I don't know how I was able to use a computer before without a standing desk. Like I waited to have back problems before I bought a standing desk. I should have bought it way earlier. Stop yapping. I don't like this guy. Should it be a ban or a timeout? Okay, let's do a timeout. Do a timeout. Okay, chat. It's only a timeout. It's only a timeout. A 1-day timeout. Okay, you say ban, then it's a ban. But it's on your consciousness. It's on your consciousness. You decided it's a ban. Now it's a ban. Wait, my ban. No, don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry about it. Okay, chat. Oh no. Chat. We are currently rendering everything. We're currently rendering everything. Let's have culling, chat. Let's have culling. How to have culling? We will need to know the neighbors, chat. For each pixel, we need to calculate the neighbors. By the desk is adjustable with height, and that you can just click a button to adjust. There you cannot move the camera each time. Yeah, but the camera needs a little bit an offset, chat. The camera needs a little bit an offset when I'm standing and when I'm sitting. That's why I move it, even though the desk moves up and down. Chat, we are creating the mesh. We are creating a mesh, but wait, let me take a picture of this. I need to unban him later. Let me open Excalibur. Here. Ban him. He doesn't deserve a ban, man. Doesn't deserve. Okay, chat. How are we going to do the culling? How are we going to do the culling? How are we going to do the culling? How we need to find the neighbors. That's what we need to do. We need to find the neighbors. We need to find the neighbors. Yeah, for here. The north and south will always be visible. Yeah, I'm reusing the culling from the world generation, but I need to give it values of the neighbors. I need to know the neighbors. When the mesh is generate, check the other cubes. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Check the other cubes themselves. No, we can just do the pixel art. We can just do the pixel art. Here, this is the north and south. North and south will always be visible. North and south are always visible. But here for east, west, top and bottom, we need to look at the X neighbors. And here we need to look at the Y neighbors. We need to look at the Y neighbors. Okay, how are we going to look for the left neighbor? How are we going to do that? How are we going to do that? We can go through the data 2 times. Once to store them temporarily into a 2D array, so it's easy to look for the X and Y neighbor. The other option is to calculate the X and Y ourselves. That's the other option. To get the... Yeah. Let me run it temporarily. Bro, why do I have so many messages? Oh, it's from Clay. Clay has written me a message. Oh, it's a bad message. Damn. It's a bad I shouldn't have read it. It was a bad message. Okay, chat, this is the 3D axe. We will kill it, but after 1 minute. I need to be right back. Okay, how are we going to do the culling? How are we going to calculate the bro, how are we going to get the, because the problem is the array is one-dimensional. That's the problem. The array is one-dimensional. How are we going to do it? Here, x neighbor. The x neighbor. Here we need to do if here, how are we going to do it? We have a y coordinate. So here the index chat. We need to do let's do float neighbor alpha value. Neighbor alpha value, and here we'll do, oh, chat the poll, I forgot about it. So subscribers only chat mode, is it good or bad? 34% says to keep to have subscribers only. 32% says to not have subscribers only. Others are not sure, and 17% say no mode at all. So basically, is the same as no limits. So the total is 50%. So 50% are saying to remove the limits. 170 votes. How did we make so? We don't have that many people. Bro, bro, when did we make 170? Yeah, okay, I'll you left it on. Yeah, oh, okay. I'll remove subscribers only mode. I'll remove it, chat. Anyone can post. Anyone should be able to post. Okay, chat, let's get the neighbor alpha. And let's hope I don't regret I removed the subscribers only mode. Okay, how are we going to get the alpha of the neighbor, chat? We need to do float in here unsigned character, in here image data divided by, no, we don't have to divide it actually. We don't need to divide it. That's unnecessary. Bro, what a legendary first chatter. Bro, what a legendary first chat and last chat. Let me think about it. Why is backspace the key bind for going back in time within a tap? What do you mean? Yeah, here, we need to calculate the index. We need to calculate the index for the neighbor. Okay, let's make our lives easier, chat. Let's make our lives way easier. Let's create an array. It will be boolean to the array. Boolean. How are we going to call it? This array will be a boolean if the neighbor is there or not. Visible pixels. And it will be 16 by 16. And by default, false. Will this initialize it to false? Maybe. Maybe. I was ranting about some issue I'm having. And then we will do 2 passes, chat. We'll do 2 passes. We'll do 2 of them. Like this. We don't care about the red, green, and blue. We just care about the alpha. And we don't want to divide it by anything. Will you add support for custom item rendering? How can I make items in Minecraft have actual 3D models? I'm just focusing on pixel art models, chat. I don't care about supporting... no, bro, it's Relic. Actual 3D models, you can allow them like all of the other models. This is for converting pixel art to a model. This is different. Oh, but you're probably making a mod for Minecraft and trying to do it in Minecraft. Your case is probably... You're talking about something else, probably. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Let me think about it. Here... let's convert this to be an integer, actually. And here, visible pixels, y and x will equal to if alpha is greater than 0. If alpha is greater than 0. You jumped over a word. Will you add support? Will you add support? Well, custom mesh rendering, Relic already has support for that. Chat, okay, we have an array for all of the pixels if they're visible or not. My question is for the y value. Do I need to invert it? Let's say probably not. And so here we'll do if visible pixels, and I need to do y and x. And the x, let's say it's x minus 1. And let's do if the x is greater than 0. How can I all do it with resource packs in Minecraft? Well, for Minecraft, I'm not sure. I am not. I haven't made anything for Minecraft. Here, okay, chat. Let's log in. We'll have the east side rendering if we don't if there is not a pixel to the left. That's it. We'll have the west. Like, where is the positive and negative, chat? This is positive. Positive x is the east. Positive is the east. Yes. So here it's a plus. Yeah. And here, if this is less than 16. If it's less than 16, I think. OMG, never mind. Okay, let's test this. This should call the east and the west. This should call the east and west. I know that some resource packs have proper custom 3D models. Can you find if they're open source? Site mod. Maybe they're open source. Oh, the east and west is culling, but I think it's the... is the opposite effect, is it? Is it the opposite effect? Is it the if it's not if the neighbor is not visible, so if it's air, we render. So it should be fine. Okay, let's swap it. This to be plus, this to be minus. Let's swap it. And down. This to be less than 16. This to be greater than 0. Okay. Oh, okay. Now it's very good. Is it culling? Yeah, it's culling. Okay, now up and down. Let's do up and down. Okay, to the east and west, it's culling. Nice. Okay, let's curl up and down as well. Let's curl up and down. Up and down will be similar logic. It will be similar. Here, this is for the top. For the top, we need to do y plus 1. Probably. And here, if it's less than 16. And we do the same for the bottom. Here, if it's higher than 0, y minus. Let's see if the culling is working. Let's see the result. No, it needs to be the opposite. It needs to be the opposite. This to be minus, this to be plus. Maybe. This to be 0, this to be less than 16. This to be less than 16. Let's test it out. Hey, why is there a cave here? Bro, why is there a cave here? This is the last place I want a cave. Oh. Oh, it's culling. Everything is culling. Perfect. Everything is culling perfectly, chat. Okay, we have optimized the mesh. We have optimized it, DAX. It's optimized. That's very good, chat. That's very good. This saves up on a lot of pixels, on a lot of vertices. Okay. Let's temporarily test it with our own simple one. Let's test it with the... Let's try to load the other one, pixel art to model, our smiley face. Pixel art to model. Pixel art to model. Hmm. Damn, chat. No, I was just checking out box streams. I go through, I watch box streams and I missed his victory. I missed his victory, chat. I missed his victory. Chat, our pixel art, the smiley face. Yeah, but it's different life, chat. It's different life. It's different life. Our pixel art is the difference between this pixel art and the axe is that it fills up the entire mesh, and we don't have code for when we're on the edges. Because here the axe wasn't on the edges, and that's why we didn't see a problem for this. Yeah, we need to write code if it's on the edges to just draw it. To just draw it if it's on the edges. Where should we write it? How did I miss the stream, man? Bro. Oh man, I hate this so much. Okay, chat. If it's on the edges, how are we going to do it? If x equals 16 or this thing, and here if x equals 0 or this thing, and here if y equals 0 or this thing, and here if y equals 16 or this thing. Let's see if now the edges are rendering. No, I need to render the when it's on the edge of the pixel. Okay, now it's rendering when it's on the edges. Okay, some of them are rendering. Oh, maybe the maximum is 15. Oh, wait a minute. The maximum is 15. Maximum is 15. And here if it's less than 15. Yeah, maximum is 15. How much time? We have time. How did I miss it, man? I'm so annoyed. Okay, and if we go inside, everything is culling inside. Perfect, chat. We're done. We have it, chat. That's perfect. Any kind of 16 by 16 pixel art we can render. Any pixel art we can render into a 3D mesh. Any pixel art. We can render it. Nice. So here, have culling for all of the blocks. This is working. We have culling. Let's commit it. What's next, chat? Maybe to load all of the pixel arts on startup. Let's try to do that. To load them on startup, all of them, so that we can easily reuse their models whenever we need them. So that we don't have to generate a model every time. That's what I mean. Drive something bigger than 16 by 16. Bro, that's a big mistake if we try to do that. It's such an unnecessary move. Load all of the pixel arts on game startup. Do we need to do that? Well, we actually do, because what if you break a chest with all kinds of items, etc., and the player would need to wait for the game to go through the pixel art of all of the items? Yeah, we need to load them once, all of them. Let me think about it. So what we're going to do, I forgot. Yeah, to load all of them on startup. That's what we want to do. We want to load all of them on startup. Here, we'll remove this. We'll remove this. So, in the cube mesh pool, the cube mesh pool, does it have data? Yeah, data. Here, I want a map. I want a map between a string and not a block model, but just a model. And here, this will be pixel art models. This will be the pixel art models. And so, where do we set this up? Where do we set it up? Where do we set this up? There was code to go through all of the files of a folder. We need to go through all of the pixel art of a folder. Yeah, it needs to be resources, textures, item. Here, all of these images, we need to create models for them. All of them. Hopefully all of them are 16 by 16. Hopefully. We can do an assert if it's not 16 by 16 to throw an error. I need. Where did we wrote code before like that? I want to copy paste it. I'm sure we load code like that before. Oh, here. Yeah, here. Load directory files. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, we'll do it on initialization. Cube mesh pool on initialization. Here. Yeah, here. Okay. And the folder will be textures. It will be textures and then item. And here this will be items pixel art. And we need here a load pixel model from pixel art here. And instead of returning a model, it will be void because we'll be caching it. We'll be saving it to reuse later. We don't need this. We'll remove it. And so at the end, when we have the model, instead of returning, we'll do cube mesh pool data pixel art models. Here, this will be the model. But what about the naming, chat? What will the naming be? That's what I am not sure about. Maybe something from the path. Maybe something from the path, chat, for the naming. The last file name, probably. Const char last file name equals file name, get file name without extension, from the path. And here we'll use it file name like this, chat. Okay, so now we should be able to just call up diamond axe. We should be able to do that. Let's create a gather function, chat. Here, static model, maybe no reference. Get pixel art model. And is it a string? Let's do instead this string key. And here we'll do how are we going to do it, chat? Auto iterator equals cube mesh pull data pixel art models find. We'll look for the key, and if iterator is not the end, pixel art models, if it's different from the end, we found it, so we just return using the key. We just return the model, else we return empty model. We return an empty model like that. So now we can reuse the models. So now in the game layer here, we can just do world, cube mesh pool, get block model, get model, pixel art model, and here we'll do diamond axe, and let's test it out. Or maybe here we can do diamond sort. Let's use something else. Okay, let's see if it first can go through the files. They generate JSONs through some special process. Well, we can do whatever we want, chat. We can do whatever we want. Okay, is this working, chat? Is this working? Oh, we have the sort. Okay, we have all of the tools and weapons 3D meshes. All of them, most likely. Most likely we have all of them. Most likely we have all of them. And we can reuse them however we want, chat. We can reuse them. Okay. That's good. This is very good, chat. This is very good. Let me change the thumbnail. Nice. I updated the thumbnail. Now let's check out the to-do list, chat. Check out the to-do. Here is the to-do. Load all of the pixel arts on game startup. This is done. This is done. Let's commit it. Let's commit it. Here. Done. This is actually working. Push. And let's go to the to-dos. Now what, chat? Now what? Are you using OpenGL? We're using Krelip, which uses OpenGL. Now render pixel art mesh into the hand. Okay, to have it in the hand. Or maybe before this, to have items in creative inventory. To have them in the game itself, chat. We first need to have them in the game. we need to have it creative. We need to have it here to be able to get it from here. That's the next step, chat. That's the actual next step. But this is pretty good, chat. This is pretty good. Okay, so we are... yeah, I know I lost the heart. This is when I pressed the R key. The R key lowers the heart. Chat, we have a situation. We are at the 3-hour limit of the stream. And I'm not sure, should I continue? Or should we... Should I continue? Like, I have more gas in me. I could continue, chat. Should I continue? Should we do more? Good. To finish after I add the items. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, when we have it in the right hand. To have it in the right hand to be able to use it. That would be cool. We'll do an attempt. Let's do that, chat. We'll do an attempt. We'll give a maximum of 15 minutes. 15 min timer. We'll do a 15-minute timer to attempt to have them be items. We need to have items, chat. And the item itself, I'll link it in some way with the mesh generation. Because we have blocks, but these ones are items. Chat, in Minecraft, is there a difference between items and blocks in the code? Like in the code, do they, like modders, are there any modders here? Does Minecraft look at blocks and items differently, chat? Do I need to create something separate just for items? Bro, what if we go through all of the models and render all of them just to look at them? Bro, that would be so awesome. If we go through all of... I think we can do it, chat. But that would be such a time waster. How many elements are there? How many elements? There are 661. Square root of 661. So 26 by 26. 26 by 26. I'll go in the world. No, in the pool. In the pool. And here I'll do for x less than let me think about it. I'll do for auto iterator equals data pixel models begin iterator not end plus plus iterator draw model iterator second position will be 0 102 0 scale 1 tint white, but the positioning let's have here index equals 0 index plus plus let's do float x equals index divided by 26, float y equals index, maybe module 26, and we'll go on the x and y, x plus y, and in the game layer we'll do where is the on draw, on render, here I'll do cube mesh pool test draw. This should render all of them, chat. This should render all of them at the same time. Let's see if it renders all of that. Whoa, bro, all of the items, chat. This is all of the. Oh, this was so worth it. These are all of the items, chat. And these are 3D, chat. These are 3D. And they're optimized. They're optimized. Bro, that was so worth it. And that's the bow. That's the clock. How did you make them 3D? Bro, that's what we did this stream. Just rewind the stream and you'll see how we did them 3D. How did... Yo, this is so cool, man. It cut off. F to stream. Stream should be right? Stream should be proper. No, oh, no, it's not cut off. I just paused to look at Discord. I just paused to look at Discord. Right? Chat? How stream? Stream is healthy. No, stream is healthy. Stream is healthy, chat. Okay, chat. Let me... What will be a good angle for a screenshot? Yeah, here. This will be a good angle for a screenshot. Let me change the thumbnail. Chat, so you're saying the stream cuts off at some point. How does the cutoff experience look like for you guys? Like the stream lags, or what is it, chat? What's the issue when there's a cutoff? What happens when there is a cutoff? It just freezes. Yeah, this is very cool, chat. This is very cool. I'm very happy with what we achieved. I think it's actually a good place to end the chat. Like, we need to keep the limit. We'll add them in the inventory at some point. Maybe tomorrow. But I'm I'm very happy with the result we achieved. Look at this. This is 3D, chat. All of these are 3D and they're optimized. They have culling inside of them. They have culling inside. These are actually 3D. They're optimized, all of them. And I generate them through code. Bro, from here it's even cooler, man. Oh, look at this thumbnail, man. Bro, this is so... From here it's even cooler. Yo, this was so worth it, man. The stream was a struggle, like having to implement all of this, but it was worth it, chat. It was a struggle, but a struggle. And here in Raylib, it was a lot simpler to implement than in the Java clone chat. Here it was a lot simpler. Here it was a lot simpler to do. Because in my Java clone, I'll show you the Java clone. I'll show you the Java clone. Oh, in the Java clone, we have this. Oh, brother, what's happening here? In the Java clone, we use the same logic chat. We use the same logic in the Java clone. Here, for example, the sort or the X. But the difference is in the Java clone, we don't have the culling. The mesh is not optimized. We have vertices that cannot be seen, which is unnecessary. It will be unnecessary for the item drops. Because when you have lots of item drops, it will be unoptimized. And now in Raylib, in the Raylib Minecraft clone, we did an improvement. It's the same logic. We go over pixel by pixel and we create the little cubes for each pixel. We use a white texture and have a color overlay for each pixel depending on the color in the pixel art. And so here it's a huge improvement, chat. Here it's a huge improvement. The problem is we have a limit of 16 by 16. We do not support higher resolution than 16 by 16 for these generations, which is not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, this is the chain, guys. Look at the chain. It's 3D. Wait, is there... Do you guys see the trident here? Is the trident visible? Who is this guy? We need to ban somebody. Where is the trident, chat? Do we have the trident here? If we don't have the trident, then we're missing items. Trident. Oh, there, at the top right. Here is the trident. But we move around so fast. Yeah, that's the trident. Here, the trident. And it's 3D. Iron helmet is a bug. Iron helmet. Here is iron helmet. Maybe you're looking at this. This is maybe something else. But here iron helmet is fine. This is maybe the pixel art problem. Like maybe it's from the pixel art like that. This thing. Maybe it's like a broken thing. I don't know. Leather armor uses two textures overlay. Oh, it's for an overlay. Oh, we don't need it. Yeah, it's for an overlay. I just leave and you make that. Yeah, somebody missed 5 minutes of the stream. You can change logo or panorama. What do you mean? Yeah, it's used for the colored leather. Yeah. Okay, so we will not just be using it for a 3D. Oh, the Ender Pearl, chat. The Ender Pearl. Oh, the crossbow. Do we have the signs? Oh, we can start using signs. Signs. These are but these ones are different. It's no, the signs are probably created differently. Probably, I'm not sure. Yeah, here is a wooden sign. But it's just it's maybe not usable. Oh, the bucket with water, drink. Anything else? These here layouts probably for the inventory. The armor stand, axolot in a bucket, the clock. Here, somebody asked how to do the clock animations. Clock animations is this, chat. We'll just iterate through the models. This is how we'll do the clock animation. But that's not that big of a deal. The bolt, yeah, the bolts will be for when we're holding it. That's when we'll be using it. Diamond horse armor. Oh, the music disc. Oh, the disc. That's helpful. The door, meat. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, chat. Yeah, I'm very satisfied. This was why don't you have spawn eggs? The spawn eggs are generated. They are generated. I need to generate them, but in the new game, the spawn eggs are different here. Maybe we'll just use from the new game spawn eggs because I'm using old Minecraft resource pack. I'm not using the newest resource pack, and that's why I don't have them here. Okay, that's the chat. We'll end it here. We'll not be pushing it. I'll respect my 3-hour limit. Maybe at some point we'll experiment with a 6-hour stream, 4-hour stream. Maybe on Friday. Maybe on Friday we'll do an experiment with a longer stream. But I'm satisfied, chat. But oh, we can do a quick summary. So the quick summary is chat voted to add tools and weapons. And in order to add tools and weapons, we had to generate a custom mesh through pixel art. And the whole stream, we spent generating this, chat. The whole stream. So I've set the stream to be generating item mesh. That's the stream title. And we managed to generate the item mesh, and we load I have a folder with all of the pixel art that you see here. I have a folder. The game goes through the folder of all of the pixel art images, and it generates for each one of them a custom mesh, and the mesh that's generated is optimized. If I go inside of it, nothing, you can see nothing. It's optimized. Basically, the way I do it is I go over each of the pixels. The game goes over each of the pixels, and if it finds a pixel that's visible, like here, which means just the alpha is more than 0, I create a little cube. And this little cube, it has a white texture, and it has a color overlay. The color overlay is the color that we see here. This is the color we use in the color overlay. And I just make little cubes for all of the pixels. And the problem with this approach is we have too many vertices. My solution to that was to have culling, the same system that renders the terrain generation and creates the culling in the terrain generation. The same system I'm reusing for here, for these little cubes of the pixel art. I'm reusing the same system. So that we can have culling inside of them, so that they're optimized. Yeah, and so that's basically the summary for this stream. So now, in a future stream, we can reuse all of these models for item drops, for rendering them in the inventory, like here in the inventory. Because we don't have them as items. We need to have them as items to render them in the inventory, to render them in the right hand, and to be able to use them, etc. Yeah, we could make an optimization of using greedy meshing, but then we will lose the coloring because I will need a texture. We cannot have color overlay if we have greedy meshing for the generation. That will be a big problem. This approach is fine. My goal is not optimization. My goal is to implement right now as many features as I can. And in the future, we'll have a big arc where we optimize and polish everything. Right now, we try to implement as many features as we can. So that's it, chat. That's it for today, chat. That's it, chat. Thank you for watching. And I had fun today. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, chat. One person is gone now. Yeah, bye, guys. Yo, Wix. Yeah. What's up, Wix? And bye, Wix. Bye, Wix.